People, what's happening? All right, before we see what's going on in boxing world, a couple of quick things first. Firstly, a massive thank you to a long-time subscriber called Matt, who sent me this wonderful bottle of goodness, a bottle of Gentleman's Jack. I'm going to enjoy that. And yes, I have poured myself, what's that, a double for the purpose of this video. It doesn't stop there. This might piss a few of you off, especially those of you that don't support the wonderful Mighty Reds. You also sent me this fantastic old school Liverpool candy jersey. I mean, come on. I was actually going to wear it during the video, but I thought I didn't want to piss everyone off. And I know that might piss a few of you off. So salute to you, Matt. Much appreciated. Thank you. All right, second thing, we are going to go live this Sunday, 8:30. That is the time. I finish work at 6, get home, 6:45, 7 o'clock, chill out for a bit, then bang, we go live for about an hour because I do have to be up very early Monday morning. All right, so let's do this with this video. Let's see what's going on in boxing world. I'm gonna have to pour myself another double. I probably will. All right, where should we start? Should we start with this little bit of a joke story, this one? Former NBA star Lamar Odom signs celebrity boxing deal set to fight June 12th. Do we really care about that? Absolutely not. Let's move on. Sergey Kovalev tests positive for synthetic testosterone, putting January 30th belt in jeopardy. In jeopardy? Should be off. In jeopardy. To be fair, I did see this story earlier on. His opponent's like, look, I still want to fight. So that's probably why he's in jeopardy as opposed to being off. I'm guessing they're going to test the B sample. I don't know what they're going to do. This seems to surprise people. Like, I got a few messages and DMs on Instagram. Please follow me on Instagram. I need to get to 3,000 followers. Thank you so much to everyone that's done it. I'm on like 2,500. The Instagram handle is below. Please, I'm begging you, follow me so I can get to 3,000. It's a bet that I'm having with someone that thinks I can't get to 3,000. Plus, I do post a lot of my Insta stories. I don't really post a lot of photos, but Insta stories I do. So if you want to see what I get up to, you know, going into Sky and TalkSport and so on and so forth, follow me. Yeah, I'm not surprised by this. I'm like, nothing surprises me when it comes to steroids in boxing. Nothing. Like, anyone could test positive and I'll be like, oh, but then I'll be like, I mean, I'll be upset, but I'm not like, oh my God, never. Nothing surprises me. I mean, the pound for pound star of boxing, the pound for pound king of boxing right now, test positive for clenbuterol, what, 2.5 years ago? I mean, so no one should be shocked anymore. I was reading about this drug, and this drug supposedly helps you with recovery. So I do wonder, at Kovalev getting to that later stage in his career, later stage in a boxing age anyway, maybe it's just a case of, look, he needs a bit of help. A, you know, going through the sparring sessions, B, cutting the weight, and just recovering from all that trauma that he puts on his body. So look, I'm not shocked. I do think if the fight doesn't go ahead, that's the end of Kovalev. And I guess that 2-fight deal he's got with DAZN, I'm sure they can find a way to get out of it, especially if he doesn't fight because of his own wrongdoing. Do you know? Is it a 2-fight deal or 1-fight deal? So yeah, not shocked. Disappointed, but not shocked. I think that's the word. Adrian Broner, Michael Rivera in advanced talks for February the 13th Showtime headliner. Advanced talks, February the 13th. That's a month away. It should be like done. Like done. I see Broner hitting the pads the other day. I was watching something, I think Rob Tebbit put something up on his Twitter page of Rick Ross watching Adrian Broner, and Broner looks sharp. Looks like he's getting the weight off very quickly as well. Let's have a quick look at this possible opponent. Remember, his other opponent, I can't remember the guy's name. I think he tested positive for COVID, and that's why he can't fight. I'm guessing this is going to be something similar in terms of a record. Let's have a look at this guy. Is this the right guy? I think if this is the right guy, this Michael Rivera, let's have a look. Try to see the weight. Lightweight. Is that him? I think it might be, you know. It might be. He might be just, when it's late notice, obviously he's not going to be able to make lightweight. So they're getting a guy that can make the weight, basically. If it is him anyway, this Michael Rivera here, this guy's unbeaten. What's his record? 19-0, 12 knockouts. Unbeaten fighters come with a sense of, I can't be beaten, don't they? Last time out, he beat Ladarius Miller, who's 21-0. Decent. Again, I'm not going to look into Ladarius's record. I bet if I look into Ladarius's record, it's a bit sketchy as well. But at least he's unbeaten, and at least he's fighting guys that have got winning records. Like, he's fought a few guys that were unbeaten. And his last fight, again, 21-1. And before that, Fidel Maldonado, who was 27-4. I don't know. Again, though, he's a lightweight. And I think this fight's going to be at 140. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Eddie Hearn here. We're going to talk about Eddie Hearn because I feel like we're getting closer. Remember, Bob Arum said 95%. Eddie said 90%. I think from what I'm hearing, it could be like 99% done. But we'll hold back on that in a second. Eddie Hearn, to bring Joshua Fury to the UK, they'd have to take half what they could get. Who's gonna, like, as much as everyone seems to be angry with them, I mean, I'm sorry. This is a fight. This isn't fucking badminton. Like, why should you take half the money? Like, fight wherever you want to fight, man. Like, I know people are upset, like, oh no, they're rich already, just fighting Wembley for the fans. You take half the money to do anything. I wouldn't. I honestly, I wouldn't. Maybe the second fight, possibly, but the first one. So if I'm getting, and I heard something like 100 million each, and okay, but in the UK, fight for the fans, get 50 million. Fuck off. Fight for the fucking fans. You must be mad. I'm fighting. I'm gonna get hurt. It's going to be tough. I want all the 100. If it was like 100 million to fight in Saudi or America and 85, even that's a lot. 15 million, think about how much money that is. That's a lottery. Then, okay, there's an argument. Half? 50? And then they'll tax me? What, 40%? So I really think about that for a second. So I was going to fight in Saudi. I don't know the taxes, how it works over there, but I was going to fight in Saudi and get paid 100 million. This is just, I don't know if it's Saudi. And then you're going to say, okay, fight in the UK, 50 million, and then get taxed 40%. Get taxed 40%. So I'm walking away with what? 30, well, my maths are crap, 27 million. And I could have got 100. Yeah, I'll stick to my 100, please. No doubt they'll get taxed over there, but it won't be the 40% tax they're getting here. Or is it 40? Is it even more? I don't even know. Teofimo Lopez says, my body is ready to move up one or two fights left at 135 pounds. Makes sense. And this is the shame. Because I feel like as he moves up, Gervonta's going to move up to 135. They're not going to meet. I feel like. I think Ryan's going to move up, and I think Devon will move up. But I think Gervonta, because of his height and his stature, he could max out at 135, maybe 140. But I would like to see Teofimo have those two fights. If it is just two fights at 135, who do you want those to be? For me, it's a Loma rematch and Gervonta. For some reason, that's the one I want. I don't know why I don't want Devon or Ryan yet. I think it'd kill both, if I'm honest with you. And then move up. And if Josh Taylor beats Ramirez, then he literally can go from super fight to super fight. He could literally, no joke, obviously I know some people say he's not undisputed because Devon's got the WBC belt, but he could really have cleaned up by beating Loma and clean up and beat Josh at 140. Big ask. I think Josh is a good fighter, but that's what's in front of him. That's what's in front of him. Mm-hmm. You guys, I don't know if you guys even know, but Stephen Ward is fighting half for Beyonce. You guys know that's happening, like the world's strongest man, or he was the world's strongest man. He's actually fighting Beyonce. This is fighting Eddie Hall in September. So this is like his first fight. Like he's actually having a boxing match. And he has slimmed down. Obviously, he's so much bigger than Stephen Ward. But the funny thing is, he has come down so much from when he broke the deadlift world record of 501 kilos 5 months ago. He's so much smaller, but this is such a weird one. I don't know. I want to watch it though, but it's weird. Herring warns Frampton it's time to ruin plans and crush dreams. Could do. Herring, that's a 50-50 fight. In fact, I'd probably edge to Herring slightly. slightly, even though he didn't look great in his last fight, even though I know the weight is hard, even though he's fighting abroad. It's just that I think he's just so much bigger than Frampton. Like, Frampton's small. He's so much bigger. But we'll see. Frampton, I think, is probably the better boxer, but size does count for a lot. I think we've seen that recently. Dillian Whyte questions the drive, desire of Anthony Joshua. Why? What has Anthony Joshua done recently for that to be questioned? What's he done? Got beat by Ruiz, turned it round, said, no, give me that. Give me it, roll it, rerun that, run it again. Done that. What's he done? Was supposed to fight Pulev a bit earlier. COVID happened, postponed, fought Pulev. What's he done for that to be questioned? I question some things AJ does, but I've never questioned his desire. AJ is one of the only boxers out there, especially the heavyweights, in fact. Tyson does it a bit, where he literally has a fight. A couple of days later, we see him, he's in the gym. He's in the gym again already, working on different things. When really and truly, a guy with his money and his stature, he could be on a private jet, gone out there, party, enjoy life, then get into training camp. No, I can't question AJ's desire one bit, because I'm telling you now, if I had his money in the bank, let's just say there'd be a few bottles of Gentleman Jack around me. That's good stuff, If anyone wants to send me some more Gentleman Jack, I'll send you my address. This is good shit. Or that Talisker that I got sent. That was really good. Or just send me a bottle of Bacardi. I'm fucking beggars can't be choosers, can we? What we got here? Josh Warrington to return. We said about this already. Spoke about this. February 13th against Eubank. What a fight that's going to be. That's interesting. Oh, no. 1 second. Apologies. I'm reading this wrong. Josh Warrington is to return in February the 13th, but it's not against Eubank. Eubank fight is eyed for the springtime. Your boy knows what he's talking about. I said that's going to be nigh impossible to make, because it's not a pay-per-view fight, because Josh Warrington, unfortunately, isn't a pay-per-view fighter. Just isn't, is he? And how do you do that fight without fans? How do you pay both? Do you know what I mean? I said this. So now I'm guessing no fans, they're going to push it back a bit, and that's what they've done. They've pushed it back to spring, where they're hoping there will be fans. Ellen Road, springtime, 30,000 there, and they will pack it out 30,000. Look, if 30,000 fans are allowed to come back, and I doubt it, but you never know with the vaccine, they would want to come back for Josh Warrington. They're itching to get to stadiums, itching for live sport. He will get 30,000, and that's how you then pay for it. WBC president Mauricio Solomon says FuryJoshua, without a doubt, the biggest event of the century. No, it's not. It's not. It is for us UK fans, but it's not. I can't remember when Pac-Man Mayweather was, but I'll tell you now, that was bigger. That was bigger. Like, as an event, Pac-Man Mayweather, even Mayweather McGregor was just, how big that was. Like, so FuryJoshua is big for us over here, Europe, Africa. I feel like for it to be big like those, it's got to kind of make waves in America. It's got to make noise. I don't think it makes the same noise. I really don't. So yeah, I'm not having that statement. What's this? Eubank Jr. wants Golovkin showdown. I know I can beat him. Oh, now you can. I was going to have more, but I'm not going to. Got work tomorrow. Oh, could treat myself, but no. Oh, now you can, yeah? I'm just tired of this shit. I did see Eubank Jr. call out Kell Brook, and Kell Brook kind of responded. It's strange, obviously, Eubank Jr., has talked about campaigning and, at 168. You know what I mean? Or has campaigned at 168. What am I talking about? Talks about has campaigned at 168. Kell Brook just fought at 147. Like, I do not want to see Kell Brook even try and fight Eubank Jr., even if it's at a catch weight of 160. That's not even a catch weight. That's Eubank Jr.'s weight. I know Kell's fought there, and people will say that, and he's fought at 154, but no. Eubank Jr. is too big for Kell Brook. I wouldn't want to see that fight. So, yeah, not for me. But let's see what Eubank Jr. does. He mentioned a few. Again, they did say, we're going to get him out as a kind of a run out, and then we're going to go for all the people. And I was looking at the names, And every time I see a bunch of names that are mentioned, and I think there was a few names mentioned, the trick is always go for the weakest name in that link. Because they had Golovkin, Canelo, Charlo, Andrade, Murata. So you know he's going to fight next, don't you? That's what happens. Well, not next, but after the warm-up fight. What else we got here? Ward, I'm cautiously optimistic we're going to see Spence Crawford in late 2021. I'm with you, Ward. I'm with you, my man. I pray to God it happens, and I think it will. I really do think it will. I think the reason he says late 2021 as well is because I do believe, I stand to be corrected on this, but I do believe that Terence Crawford's contract with Bob Arum runs out October 2021. So after that, he's free to do what he wants. Don't be surprised if we don't see Crawford in the ring until that as well. It seems like the issue with him and Bob has kind of crossed to the point where I wonder if Bob will promote a fight for him. I wonder if Crawford will want to fight. So yeah, I'm kind of optimistic it happens. Let's hope, right? Let's hope we can get that beautiful 2021 where we do get all of the fights we want. Let's hope. Last couple of bits here. Joe Joyce eyes April return once Usyk clashed them FuryJoshua winner. Slow down. To be fair though, let's be very honest. If he were to beat Usyk, then you know, what Eddie Hearn has basically said with regards to this Usyk situation and Bob Arum, let's kind of go over a couple of things they've both said. Firstly, Eddie Hearn has said that Joe Joyce should fight Usyk for the interim belt, let AJ and Fury fight for the WBO as well as the other belts, and the winner of that fight will then vacate the WBO, and whoever wins out of Usyk and Joe Joyce just gets elevated to WBO champion. Kind of makes sense, that. I know you want to fight for the world title, but basically you are fighting for the world title. This is Usyk and Joe Joyce, but you're just not getting it until after AJ Fury. That makes sense. What Bob Arum said, because I think he was asked a question about what's going on with Wild, he says there is still litigation and legal situations going on behind the scenes, but that won't stop Fury AJ. Guys, I'm telling you now, I'm going to up it. We're 97% done. 97% done. And we heard, I think from, I don't know who Eddie Hearn was speaking to, but he did say like they've got the location as well. We might get it. We might get it. I think, look, even the WBC president saying it's the biggest fight at the Central, the biggest event. I think too many clues, too many hints. I think we might get it. All right, last couple of bits, just because, there's a couple of bits, but last couple because I'm kind of tired. What we got here? Miguel Bichel vows to make a big statement against Oscar Valdez. Yeah, he's going to hurt Valdez. I used to love Valdez, you know. I thought he was the next big thing. And look, he's become a world champion. So I just thought that he was going to be a very, very special fighter. Bichel's going to hurt him. I think Bichel's going to stop him late, but we'll see. And then hopefully Bichel says, you know what, I fancy a run at these guys at 135 as well, and then jumps up. That's what I hope. I did hear there was an issue with Chocolatito and Estrada. Eddie Hearn has confirmed there is no issue for them to have signed the contracts. The fight does go ahead. I did hear there was a problem. Let's hope that Eddie Hearn is correct and that fight does go ahead. Last couple of bits here. Shakur Stevenson seeks to block Heron Frampton enforced WBO mandatory status. Don't be that guy, Shakur. Don't be that guy, hey? Don't be that person. Let them fight. Let Heron get his paycheck. That's what he wants. He wants a nice paycheck. He hasn't made big money. There was talk about him making 7 figures. Let him make that. I don't think it will be 7 figures now, but it's still going to be good money. Let him do that. Let him set off into the sunset. Don't be that guy that fucks that up. Please. All right, guys, remember, please, Instagram, follow me, hit me up. And we are doing a live on Sunday, unless anything happens drastically. To be fair, let me be honest with you. If the mighty Reds, Liverpool, lose to the other team on Sunday, then there's very little chance of me doing a live. I'll be honest with you. If they come to Anfield and beat us, then there is no live. It's not happening. So, yeah, I'm just putting it out there now. Peace and love.